Have you ever heard someone say that taking cold showers helps you burn fat? It sounds almost too good to be true. Just step under freezing water for a few minutes, shiver a bit, and somehow start melting away fat. But is there any real science behind that claim, or is it just another wellness myth spreading online? Today we're diving into the cold, hard truth, literally. In this video, we'll explore what actually happens inside your body when you expose it to cold water, what the latest research says about fat burning and metabolism, and whether cold showers can truly make a difference in your weight loss journey. Let's start with the myth versus the science. You've probably seen posts or heard influencers claim that cold showers can activate brown fat, boost metabolism instantly, and burn calories all day. There's some truth buried in those statements, but the full story is more nuanced. When you step into a cold shower, your body temperature drops and your system scrambles to protect itself by generating heat. This process, called thermogenesis, forces your body to burn energy, or calories, to warm you up again. So technically, yes, your body burns more calories during and immediately after a cold shower. But here's the catch, it's not as dramatic as people think. Research shows that a short cold shower might increase calorie burn by only 10 to 15% temporarily, which equals roughly 30 to 50 extra calories. Not bad, but nowhere near enough to replace a workout or fix your diet. To really understand this, we have to talk about something called brown adipose tissue, better known as brown fat. Unlike white fat, which stores energy, brown fat's job is to burn energy to generate heat and keep you warm. Think of it as your body's built-in furnace. Babies have lots of brown fat because they need to stay warm without being able to shiver effectively. As we grow older, most of that brown fat decreases, but adults still retain small amounts around the neck, chest, and spine. Here's where it gets interesting. Studies show that cold exposure can actually activate brown fat, which in turn burns calories to produce heat. In one study published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation, participants who spent several hours a day in a mildly cold room, around 66 or 19 degrees, showed significantly higher brown fat activity and even improved insulin sensitivity after a few weeks. In other words, cold exposure can wake up your brown fat, helping your body use energy more efficiently. The effect is real, but modest. It's not a magic switch that melts fat overnight. It's more like a small boost to your body's natural energy-burning process. Cold exposure also affects your hormones in interesting ways. When your body senses cold, it releases norepinephrine, a powerful neurotransmitter and hormone that plays a key role in the fight or flight response. Norepinephrine helps increase alertness, sharpen focus, and mobilize stored fat to be used as energy. Cold exposure can raise norepinephrine levels by 200 to 300%. That's one reason you feel instantly awake and energized after a cold shower. Your brain and body get a natural jolt of stimulation. The cold also influences hormones like adiponectin, which helps regulate glucose levels and fatty acid breakdown. All of these effects sound great, but there's a catch. They're short-lived. Cold showers can trigger the release of fat into the bloodstream, but unless you're in a calorie deficit or using that fat through physical activity, it doesn't actually get burned. It just ends up stored again later. Now, not all cold exposure is equal. There's a big difference between taking a quick 2-minute cold shower and spending 10 minutes in an ice bath at 50 degrees, 10 degrees Celsius. Most studies showing noticeable metabolic effects come from longer, colder, and more controlled sessions, often under medical or athletic supervision. Elite athletes use ice baths primarily for muscle recovery and inflammation reduction, not fat loss. Meanwhile, many people experimenting with cold therapy at home are really just stimulating alertness and mood, which is still beneficial but different from actual metabolic adaptation. So if your goal is fat burning, a quick cold rinse might help slightly, but real results come from consistency rather than extreme cold. A couple of minutes daily is more practical and sustainable than plunging into an ice tub every morning. That brings us to an important point. While cold showers might not be a magic fat-burning hack, they do offer a variety of other health benefits that can support your overall fitness and well-being. Regular cold exposure can elevate mood by increasing dopamine levels, reduce inflammation, improve blood circulation, and even strengthen your immune response. Cold showers also train your nervous system to handle stress better. Each time you resist that instinct to jump out of the freezing water, you're building mental toughness and resilience. Over time, these benefits can indirectly support fat loss, not by burning fat directly, but by improving your recovery, energy, and consistency. For example, lower inflammation means faster recovery from workouts, and lower stress levels can reduce cortisol, the hormone linked to belly fat storage. In short, cold showers may not melt fat, but they make your body and mind more efficient at living a healthy lifestyle. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The real formula for fat loss hasn't changed: calorie deficit, proper nutrition, resistance training, and consistency. That's it. Cold showers are a tool that fits into the recovery and discipline part of that equation. They help reduce inflammation, sharpen focus, and build mental consistency, all of which make it easier to stick to your goals. But no amount of shivering can replace a balanced diet or a solid workout plan. Instead of viewing cold showers as a shortcut, see them as a supportive habit that enhances your existing efforts. They make you feel sharper, more energized, and more resilient, and that consistency is what creates real change over time. If you're curious to try cold showers safely, here's a simple routine. Start with your normal warm shower and finish with 15 to 30 seconds of cold water at the end. The first few seconds will feel like a shock, but focus on your breathing, deep inhales and long exhales. After a week, increase the cold time to 1 or 2 minutes. Within 2 weeks, your body adapts surprisingly fast. You'll start feeling less shock and more focus. Ideally, do your cold shower in the morning. It wakes up your body, improves circulation, and sets a disciplined tone for the rest of your day. If you have heart issues, high blood pressure, or respiratory problems, check with your doctor first. Cold exposure is powerful, but it's not for everyone. Now, what does research really say about all this? Here's the summary. Cold exposure does increase energy expenditure slightly, does activate brown fat, and does improve metabolic efficiency. It can also boost mood, focus, and recovery. But it does not cause major fat loss on its own. Most studies agree that cold exposure is a supportive tool, not a standalone solution. However, for people who already maintain a healthy diet, sleep well, and exercise regularly, adding cold showers can give an extra edge in energy, focus, and overall performance. So, can cold showers help burn fat? The answer is yes, but only a little, and not in the way most people think. They won't melt fat overnight, but they can slightly increase calorie burn, improve hormonal balance, and make your metabolism more efficient. More importantly, they help you build the mental and physical discipline that keeps your healthy habits consistent. The real value of cold showers isn't just in what they do for your body, it's in what they train your mind to do. They teach you to embrace discomfort, to push through resistance, and to start each day with intention. Those habits are far more powerful than a few extra calories burned. So tomorrow morning, when that icy water hits your skin, don't think of it as punishment. Think of it as progress, a reminder that you're choosing growth over comfort. Because real transformation doesn't happen when things feel easy. It happens when you do the hard things that most people avoid. Cold showers might not be a miracle fat burner, but they're a daily discipline that sharpens your focus, strengthens your willpower, and sets the tone for everything else you do. And when you combine that mindset with proper nutrition, training, and rest, that's when you see results that last.